I was really happy, obviously, with the result of the game. But first off, just wanted to say what an awesome environment that was with all the county school young kids in here. It's a fun day. It's a loud day. It's a high-pitched volume, but a fun day nonetheless, having 7,000 kids in here. Hopefully they had fun. I know our players have fun on this game every year. Appreciate Coach Robinson and the folks from Milligan, and their willingness to play an early tip so that we can get the school kids back to their school and home. But a good way to start off the season. I was really proud of our guys. The respect level of Milligan and their program. We talked about how Coach Robinson does a terrific job with his group year in and year out, but also to approach the game and have some confidence about the way we're going to play, but not arrogance. Sometimes you can approach a game where you know that you're a little bigger in size and perhaps a little bit more athletic, and your approach is bad, and all of a sudden you look up at the scoreboard and it's a closer game than perhaps you thought it might be. I thought our approach was good. I thought late in the game we didn't see guys play selfish. Sometimes you can see that when the spread gets to where it was, that guys start playing sloppy and playing me ball. I thought we stayed settled, had 22 assists on 37 made baskets, and got a great win. Questions?
Coach, I'm going to start off with a Luke question.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, big shoes to fill for him, and he's had a couple of years where he's had considerable minutes to get ready for this moment. What's going to make him the guy that can step into that role this year?
Yeah, just learning how to be an everyday guy. Sometimes when you're the quote-unquote backup, your off days don't really show themselves because the starter plays 34 minutes that night instead of 27 minutes. The nights that you're ready, it's your 13, 14-minute guy, but your next night it's an off night, and your approach has to change, your urgency has to change, and that's where he's continued to grow, is making sure that his practices look like he wants to play on game day. I thought one of the most mature things that he did the whole game was he had already made 2 threes, caught it in transition at the top of the key, was kind of open, and he turned it down, swung the ball to Sean Smith, who got downhill, got fouled, got to the free throw line, and about a minute or two later got another offensive rebound, could have slopped it up at the bucket, and he kicked it out to MJ Whitlock, who bangs in an open 3. Those are the kind of plays that sometimes when you're trying to earn minutes, get out there, show coach I can score and I can rebound, you don't play the right way. I thought those were 2 of the best plays. Obviously, he had a double-double, but I thought those 2 unselfish plays were 2 of the most mature moments that he had in the game.
And my second question on that is, how important is it for him to stay out of foul trouble, for him to be able to sustain 30, 35 minutes a game, because you're going to need that with the depth in that position?
For sure. His activity is something that we need, his size, his mobility. Here he comes into the press conference as I speak about him, but his ability to play really active and smart and defend and block shots and rebound without getting himself in foul trouble is important. Obviously, we have 2 other guys that play Chris's position that are logging minutes, getting better in Jared Hall and Luka Jovanovic, but also, you look at our team and there's a couple that don't look like the others. And obviously Chris is one of them, and had a good day today, and I think is ready to have a really good season.
Opening the game, 22-0 run and 11 points from Kamari. Can you talk about just what was clicking on offense and then for Kamari specifically?
Yeah, I think the best thing is what we were doing on defense. We weren't giving up second chance points. We weren't giving up offensive rebounds, and we weren't turning it over. And so we were able to play out in transition, which is where I think our team is at its best. You're always worried with an early 22-0 score that your team feels like this is just going to be easy today, and now you start just trying stuff. And I thought for the most part, for the rest of the game, we were pretty locked into what we were doing. We had moments where ill-advised shot, a little sloppy with the ball, but for the most part, did what we came into the game said we needed to do.
And Kamari, you just mentioned it, 11 points for you in about first 5 minutes of the game? What was just clicking for you, especially those 2 threes?
I feel like it was really my team. I feel like they gave me a lot of confidence. We shared the ball. We played, like you said, Coach said, we played great defense. We got out. I was in the right positions and scored.
This goes for either Kamari or Chris. We continue to talk about the unselfish mindset that you guys have as a team. Obviously, it's the first game of the season, but how do you maintain that, especially heading into your next home game and then being on the road?
I think it's just we know that any night could be anyone's night. Like tonight was Kamari's night. Tomorrow night could be Tori's night. The next night could be anyone else on the team. So we all kind of realize that about our team, and so we know that if it's someone's night, we're just gonna give them the ball or help them out, and then just keep working on that.
Coach, what do you think is going to be some certain adjustments that you all need to make heading into Webster if there even isn't?
Yeah, 2 things I would say. Number one, talking about the unselfish, I really liked how once the outcome of the game had been decided, that nobody got selfish. That's usually when you see somebody that tries to get theirs. They're trying to get their stats, their points, get shot attempts, because we're up 35, we're up 38. It's not going to affect the outcome of the game, and I want to show Coach I can score to get more minutes. And all of a sudden, you really end up playing worse. You stand out. And I thought our team did a nice job of sharing the ball, even with a big lead. I thought we were a little lax on the offensive glass early in the game. We missed 14 threes in the first half. We missed 20 total shots in the first half. Only had 6 offensive rebounds where we had a size and a athleticism advantage. So I would have liked to have seen a little bit more aggression there. But to have a game where they threw multiple defenses at us. They trapped a couple of times as soon as we crossed half court. To only have 7 turnovers, one of which was a 10-second backcourt violation, just shows that we were, not being goofy with the ball.
Chris, I was asking Coach a couple of questions about you before you got in here. Over the past 2 years, you've played alongside a couple of different guys, with a lot of differences in their style and technique, particularly last year with Mustafa. What did you learn playing alongside him that's prepared you for this moment of taking over and being D-man?
I learned a lot, not only from him, but from Jared Coleman-Jones, too. I mean, those 2 guys were very active on the boards, and I think that's the main thing that I need to pick up this year that they had, and then just their ability to finish around the rim.
Is the three-point shot, is that something you've kind of refined and added to your game, or is that something you've had all along?
I want to say I had all along, but I've definitely been working on it a lot, too. So.
My last question is going to be for Kamari. Kamari, Coach was talking about a great decision that he made not taking a 3 at one point. I saw him get on to you a little bit. You were hot and you hit your first couple of threes. You took one on a fast break, and I could see he wasn't happy. How did that change your approach to the rest of the game?
Like I said, me and Coach talked after too. I was just, like I said, I apologize for it because, like I said, it was, it was non-harmful. I wasn't trying to be, it was just in a rhythm shot. But like I said, I'm just, like we kind of said, we're an unselfish team, and I want to play with them. I like sharing the ball. I like getting everybody involved. So that's what I'm just going to keep doing moving forward.